Hello everybody, welcome back to the show. This episode is light on content. I will state that right off the bat, but I'm including it because I ran into a problem which I was able to fix, but I thought I would include this episode so that others, in case you run into the same problem, that you can see what I did and what I had to do in order to get it fixed. Alright, so I have been working on trying to breed chickens, but I kind of ran into something that I don't like. I just don't like it. I don't know how else to say it. So let's go take a look at an egg. And I'm just accumulating all kinds of eggs. And we can see here that it shows us the stats for the egg. 5, 4, 4, etc., etc. Now, I don't know what these stats mean. I haven't bothered to go to the mod to figure that out. You know, they're fairly straightforward, right? Growth generally means, and again, I'm sort of, using the same information that I have from AgriCraft and IC2 crops. Growth is generally how fast the chicken would either grow or it might speed up the time in between when it can produce drops. Gain is generally how many drops it produces. So the higher the gain, the more it would drop. And then there's strength, which I have no idea what that means. I can only assume that somewhere down the line, you can actually fight the chickens against each other and the one with the higher strength wins. That would be my assumption. I can't possibly imagine what else that might be for. So yeah, so this shows me the stats, which seems great. And as I receive eggs from these chickens, so for example, right now I have 2 997 iron chicken eggs. If I take these ones out, you see I've got it 1098. So I'm able to produce chickens, better and better chickens, which is fine. The problem is that when I do hatch an egg into a chicken, looking at the chicken doesn't tell me what that chicken's stats are. So, yeah, kind of a bit on the annoying side. So, obviously it occurred to me that there must be some kind of analyzer, much like with, again, AgriCraft and IC2 with the crops. There's a way to analyze the crops, and there is in fact something called a chicken analyzer. So I've been looking at this. This seems pretty easy. It's a compass with an egg, and so that shouldn't be too hard. Let's go ahead and grab 4 of these iron and 1 of those, and we can go in here and make the compass first, like that. And I am just going to use one of these eggs. I think it doesn't matter. Oh, it's going to have to be a regular egg, I'm guessing. So, where do I have... Oh, there's the eggs. Egg. Oh, I got too many. I only want 1. Thank you. Okay. So, we'll go into here and do this. And so that gives us a chicken analyzer. So, let's see how this works. If I go in here and right-click... Iron Chicken Tier 2 987, next egg in less than a minute. Bone White Chicken Tier 1 977. Okay, so once I've analyzed them, apparently it will then show their stats. Can I analyze it if it's in here? Apparently I cannot analyze it if it's in a pen. Let's go in here. Ink Black Chicken, so there's no stats in the Wayla part at the top of the screen. Right-click it, and then now I get the stats. Okay, that's fine. I also noticed that there is a durability meter on the chicken analyzer, so I can only use it basically 238 times, which is fine as well because I'm getting so many eggs. I just don't even know what I should do with them all. I'm keeping them for now. There's various things that I could do with them, don't get me wrong, but I'm keeping them for now because I am worried that I might need them for something that I just don't know about yet. So I don't want to do something with them if it turns out that I might actually need them for something. So we'll put these eggs away. But you can see here I've got 28 stacks of eggs. 28 times 16, so however many eggs that is. But I am collecting a bunch of drops here, and now that I have this analyzer, that's going to make things a little bit easier as far as working my way up towards these higher tier chickens that I need to work on. Okay, so in addition to that, the other thing is I have a general... Oh my goodness, the quests are gone again. Oh, this is going to drive me crazy. Oh, the quests. If the quests are completely gone again, and I can't restore them, I'm gonna scream. Alright, so I did get the quests restored, thank goodness. But the steps involved are a little bit complicated. Essentially, I had to remove a mod called BQ Auto Update, and that seems to be the mod that causes the problem in the first place. So that has to be removed. Once that's removed, then I had to reload all of the quest data. And to do that, the simplest way, at least that I could figure out, was to create a brand new world and then go to the quest data from that save and copy that into the save for this world that I have here. Now, in doing that, it caused all of my quest data to be reset as if I hadn't done any of the quests. So you can then, if you enable commands by either starting a land world with cheat mode on, or if you have op commands available to you, if you're on a server or something, then you can complete the quests by using a command called BQ_admin, and then complete, and then you put in the quest number, and then you put in the username. The main issue I had with that is not knowing what the quest numbers are. However, you can make some fairly good guesses as to what they probably are. And if you do the wrong ones, I'm sure there's a way to uncomplete them, although I didn't have that problem. So I managed to go through and recomplete all of the quests that I had before up until this point. And then, of course, at that point, I had to claim all of the rewards from those quests. So I did that, and then I just threw all of that stuff that I got from claiming them the second time around off the edge of the platform. So that's how I was able to get the quest thing reloaded and back up and running. It does seem to be a problem with that BQ Auto Update mod, so I just removed it completely. Apparently not everybody has a problem with the mod, but for whatever reason I did, and if anybody else runs into this with either this mod pack or really any other mod pack that has the better questing mod, well, that's what you need to do in order to get it fixed. So what I wanted to mention, though, was that I have a bad tendency to get very focused on only doing one thing, and sometimes it's really hard for me to multitask and do more than one thing at a time. So in this particular instance, I might be able to complete other tasks. For example, I could probably get started with, either working with extra utilities or the Botania stuff in this quest line. So the concept of multitasking is difficult for me, especially when I have these quests, because I go, oh, okay, this is the next quest. Let me work on that. But that's going to take a long time, and that's a lot of waiting time. And in fact, my friend Ungad even mentioned that all this time that I've been messing around with chickens, I could have been growing trees and cutting them down and building structures, stuff like that. It's just really hard for me to remember that I could be doing other stuff. I get too focused on whatever particular quest I happen to be looking at that time. So I'm going to try to get better about that. But one of the things in regards to that is this questing line here, which has to do with Botania. And so I thought, oh, okay, we can start with Botania. I kind of know Botania fairly well. I think I can, work with it. But I realized that after I have this petal apothecary, I have to put water in it. It requires water in order to work. And somewhat interestingly enough, I have not seen anything yet that would have sort of any indication of, you know, how I'm supposed to have water. So I thought I'd look into that, and I couldn't really find anything that, you know, would create water necessarily, that I could think of anyway. Now, I didn't necessarily look at everything in here, but I tried to. But one thing I noticed were these water eggs, and you'll see the tooltip on this one says it's like one-off bucket. So I'm guessing that means I can get water from water eggs. And I'm guessing that I get water eggs from water chickens. So I'm going to start working on doing crossbreeding as well with these water chickens. And in addition, I figured I might as well look at making lava chickens, because I noticed that there are lava chickens. Looks like I will work on doing some crossbreeding, and I just got way too many chickens. It's gotten to be a chicken. I really hope they don't turn against me, because they probably would beat me up. I think all of these chickens could definitely peck me to death. So yeah, I am going to work on a bunch of crossbreeding. I'm not going to do that on camera, because obviously there's not much to it. Put two chickens next to each other in these nesting. I can put two chickens next to each other in these nesting pens, and they will produce a byproduct. I guess I didn't mention it. The reason that I figured I might as well work my way towards the lava chickens, again, just like with the water chickens, it says that the lava egg, it's like a one-off bucket. And as long as I get one of each of those, then I can, of course, then make myself a cobblestone generator. I'll have lava and water. Now, I don't need a cobblestone generator, because this chicken manure can be turned into pebbles, the Britannia pebbles, 1 for 1, and these Britannia pebbles can then be turned into cobblestone. So I don't actually need a cobblestone generator, but this process just seems more complicated, maybe in-depth, whatever you want to call that, whereas I might as well just make a cobblestone generator. If I have to make a water egg anyway, I might as well work my way towards making the lava egg, and then I might as well just have a cobblestone generator. At least that's the way I think in my mind. I don't know if that's the right way to go about things, but that's what I'm going to do. I don't see anything in the quest line that would seem to say, oh, you know, here's how you make water, here's how you make, you know, do whatever. It seems to be, you know, at this point in time, I can kind of do whatever I want. So that's what I'm going to do. But that's going to do it for this episode. Unfortunately, I've had some problems with my computer this week. I've had some problems with my internet service this week. And as you just saw, I had problems with my quests in this mod pack. So with my questing book, I should say, in the mod pack. So lots of problems. And so that means I haven't been able to get a lot of stuff done. But I want to go ahead and get this episode or two out. But yeah, that's what I'm going to plan on doing. Let me know if that is the way that I should be going or not. And leave me some other nice comments down below. I do appreciate them, or any criticisms and critiques you may have. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time.